Good day everyone, this is Kylie Michi Tambaling of PSN 2C, and today I will be performing the bag technique. But before that, allow me to discuss to you what is bag technique and what is the purpose of bag technique. Well, bag technique is a tool which a nurse during his or her duty uses in order to enable her to perform nursing procedure with ease of deftness and save time, effort, and in view of rendering effective nursing care to clients. In performing the bag technique, it will help us to minimize and prevent the spread of germs. And also, it can be utilized in different ways or in variety of ways depending on the agency's policy and of course in the situation, or as long as the principles of avoiding the transfer of or spread of germs is observed. Public health bag is an essential and indispensable tool of public health nurses which he or she has to carry during his visits in order to provide the nursing care necessary for the client. With that, public health bag contains medication and articles necessary in order to provide care to the client. So we have in here a public health nurse bag which is here. But in the absence of an actual PHN bag, I will be using an alternative PHN bag. So before I perform the bag technique, I will be showing you what is the context of the PHN bag. The first thing that I'm going to put out is a paper linen which is used to put under the table so the bag will not be contaminated. And also we have in here an extra paper we are going to put here the disposal during the procedure. And also I have in here a plastic linen which is also used for us or for the bag not to get contaminated. And I have in here an apron. I am going to put it or I'm going to wear this in order for my uniform not to get dirty and not to get contaminated. And I have in here a hand towel. I am going to use this during the hand washing I will be showing you later because keeping our hands dry will also keep our hands sterile. And also we have in here a soap and a soap container which I have to use during the hand washing. And we have in here a pair of scissors, which is used for bandage, and I am going to also use this one for this, or this is also called the surgical scissor. And I also have in here a thermometer. I am going to use this for monitoring the I'm going to monitor the temperature of my client. And I also have in here another thermometer, which is an easier way of getting the temperature of a client. This is usually used on checking the temperature of a person inside the establishment. And I have also in here a disposable syringe. This is a disposable syringe which is used to give medication to a client, which includes like intravenous and intramuscular. I also have in here hypodermic needles, and I have also here the contents also includes the sterile dressing which are used during the wound care if the client has wound. And in here, just like this also, this is also used for the wound care. And I have also in here a cotton balls which are used in cleaning the surface of the wound. And also a very important one, microplaster. We are using this in wound care in order to keep the dressing in tight place. And I also have here the contents also includes the surgical gloves which is used in doing the procedure, and also I have in here a disposable gloves which is used to protect ourselves and to protect the people around us. And I also have in here baby's scale, which is used to weigh the baby. And the bag also includes solutions just like alcohol and also spirit ammonia and hydrogen peroxide, which are necessary in cleaning or in cleaning the wounds of our client. And we also have in here the forceps. We have two types of forceps in here, which are used in keeping or in doing our wound care to our client. And take note, I have in here a BP apparatus, but take note that this BP apparatus must not be put inside the bag because the bag is sterile, and this one is usually used into the client. That's why usually this is not put inside the bag, and we have to, but still we have to carry our BP with us. And I have added in here a Ziploc bag, which are used to put our disposal inside in here to keep our materials and our tools clean. And we were going to put all our materials in here that are no longer necessary. Additional to that, we have in here the cottons, wet and dry, which is used for the wound care also. We also have in here a tape measure. This is usually used to check if our client's body is in a good size or in the same size. And this is also used in checking edema, if there is an inflammation to the body of our client.
Come in.
Hello, Ma'am. I am Kylie Meiji Tambaling po, and today I will be doing a bag technique. Ma'am, would it be alright if I go in there?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, is this a good, is it okay if I use your table for a while, Ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Upon our arrival, we are going to put our bag into the area where our client allows us to put into. And the first thing that we have to get is the paper linen and put it into the table. And remember to keep our bag clean. That's why we're going to put it in here. And folded part must be touches the table, and we have to do it properly. Okay. As you can see, the plastic linen is also in here to keep our bag very clean. And place it in here. Ma'am, may I ask for a glass of drinking water and a basin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
We are going to use this to keep our hands clean, and we are going to use, or we are going to do the hand wash. Place the bag and put the shoulders into the lower part of it so it won't disturb us as we go into the procedure. And let's open our bag. And we are going to put out our soap, and we are going to do the hand washing. But for today, I will be using an alcohol, so it will be more fast and it will not take too much of time. After performing our hand hygiene, the next thing that we are going to get is our apron, and we are going to wear them. As I have said a while back, this is a way for us to protect our uniform and away for any contamination. The next thing that we are going to do after putting on our apron, we are going to ask our client if they have any health problems encountering as of the moment. Ma'am, do you have into your family any health problem, or do you or any of your family member encountering any health problem right now? Oh, okay. Your sister has been injured. Okay. Okay, ma'am. With that, do you allow me to perform wound dressing to your sister? Okay, I'm going to ask your sister also. Thank you. So according to our client needing help into their sister who has been injured, so today I will be doing a wound dress to my client, and before that I will be preparing my tools and materials in wound dressing first. And the first thing that I'm going to get is a kidney tray, but in the absence of the kidney tray, I'm going to use the basin. And of course, I have also in here a micropause, which is used to keep our client's wound in tight. And also have here, I'm going to put out my cottons, and I'm going to take out also here a Ziploc bag, plastic bag, which is used to keep our materials or disposal into the bag and to keep our materials clean. And also, I have in here some dressings for dressing, and in here. And I also have, of course, in here, I'm going to put out my disposable gloves, which is used for us during the procedure. And of course, I also have in here a forceps, which I am going to use to get some cotton and clean the wound of our client. And of course, a saline solution, which will be used for my client. So the purpose or rationale of preparing our materials is to keep our procedure fast and efficient. And of course, after putting out the necessary materials and tools, I am going to close my bag, and then I am going to place it into the area which away from the working area or the procedure area. Okay, ma'am, would you mind if I put my bag into that corner so it will not be contaminated during the procedure? Would it be all right? Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, now we are ready to prepare or to do our procedure or wound care to our client. Preparing our materials beside us, and I am going to do the wound care to my client. But before that, I will be asking my client if she allows me to do the wound dressing on her wound. Ma'am, would you allow me to do the hand washing or to do the wound care on your hands, on your wound? Okay. But before that, I am going to wear my gloves. After putting on our gloves, we are now ready to do the wound care. And of course, I'm going to get my forceps. And as you can see, the wound dress has been removed, so I am now ready to get some cotton, and I am going to put some saline solution over the basin, and I'm going to get the cotton and pour it in here and on a circular motion, and put it on a disposable bag to keep our materials in or disposal into a one place. And we're going to get another one and then put it, and then again stroke, and then put it in here and here. And after that, I am going to put a dressing into my client's wound. Okay, thank you. After performing the necessary care, the next thing that we are going to do is to put all our disposal into the disposable or into the Ziploc, which we are going to put all the unnecessary or all the used materials during the procedure. And we're going to lock it and then dispose it properly. And after disposing that, we are now ready to put or to clean first our materials, all the used materials. And this is for us not to contaminate the inside of the bag, and we have to clean it properly to avoid contamination. And then, what is in here? And this, after cleaning or sanitizing all our materials that have been used during the procedure, the next thing that we are going to do is to place it inside into the bag. Place it back in here properly. After placing back the materials that has been used into our bag, the next thing that we are going to do is to remove our apron. Okay. In removing our apron, we have to do it on the right side or away from our client. And the outside of the apron must be folded inside like this. and with this. We have to do it properly because we are doing this, or we are placing the outside of the apron inside to avoid the contamination. Remember that the outside part of this has been contaminated during the procedure, and of course we are putting it, or we are placing it back into the bag. That's why we have to put the outside of it inside and place it back into the bag. And we are now ready to close our that. We are now ready to put up our bag. And then the next thing that we are going to do is to fold again the plastic linen and also the paper linen into under the table like this. The part that has touches the table must be outside and must be folded, and the inside part of the linen, or the paper and plastic linen, must be inside also, and we have to do it and close it properly like that. And then we're going to place it back into the bag. And the next thing that we are going to do is to proceed into the documentation. Documentation is very important in order to, for us as health nurses, to provide or to make a care plan and also ensure the accurate and timely payment per services provided into our client. The next thing that we are going to do after that is to discuss to our client the results and the observations and the instructions that we may leave into them before leaving. And after that, we may schedule for a follow-up care into the RHU or RHU, and also into we can also schedule any home visit into our client again. Okay, we are going to do the documentation. So before leaving, the next thing that we are going to do is to discuss to our client the observation and also the results of the wound care on the visit that we have done. Mom, I have checked your wound and I have seen that it's not that deep, and the thing that you have to do is to always clean it and to make it always to prevent the spread of germs or infections into your wound. We have to always keep it sterile and do not touch it too often. Okay? Do you have any questions, ma'am?
No.
Okay, that's great. And after that, we have to schedule to our client a home visit or her visit into the RHU. Ma'am, if you want to, on the next week or the 3rd of June, you have to go into, can you go into the RHU?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but if you cannot go there, ma'am, you can tell me and I will go in here, or I will do the home visiting on you. Is that okay?
It's okay, ma'am.
Okay, that's